Pew, 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 pew. What's up, guys?
What's up? Welcome.
Hey.
You know what this is? It's after 9.
Damn,
it's
that's
with
good.
your boy. You know where you can find me on Instagram. It's _BOD_FIT. I'm here with the beautiful
Chandani Kumari Hamirada Kamunas Talage Hengalapola. You can find me at C_10pennies, C_TENPENNIES.
and you know 10 pennies.
Makes a dime.
Hey, we are definitely here with a couple special guests. We're gonna let them introduce themselves. How about that?
Ladies first.
Okay, so I'm Heather. Nice to meet everybody. Thanks for tuning in to see us. My Instagram account is Blissful Blue, and I'm glad to be here.
No underscores, dots, or anything?
No
I feel like yours was weird.
I'll put it up on the screen.
How about you?
Chris, what's going on, guys? Instagram is pretty simple. C2, and then music with a K.
Hey, close, almost like Shandi's. Right?
But I'm not a dime.
Right. She's definitely a dime. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you guys coming on and allowing us to pick your brains a little bit. I think what the type of relationship you guys have is gonna be awesome for people to come in and tune in for. So yeah, man. We're gonna do what we usually do. Shout out to Sway in the Morning again. We definitely copied this from you. It's from the 5 Finger Questions of Death. We're gonna ask you guys these questions. You can't plead the fifth, so you gotta answer
Not
the
allowed.
questions, right? I'm gonna start. We're just gonna try to get to know you guys a little bit. Start pretty simple. You guys in a relationship? How long you guys been in a relationship, and where you from?
Okay.
That's question 1?
That's question 1.
Go ahead.
Okay, so are we in a relationship? Yes. How long? I would say, was it 12 years now?
It'll be 12 years.
It'll be
Wow.
12 years.
It'll be 12 years in a week.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's a carton of eggs.
What?
An egg for every year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
it'll be 12 years next
It's
week.
a lifestyle, man. It's definitely a lifetime. You guys are from Maryland. You guys were born and raised here. What's going on?
Well, she was born in DC, so that's why she's got a little thug in her. But
Yeah.
I was born in Maryland. I've been
Okay.
here my whole life.
Okay.
I love it. She was 15 when I first met her. I was 17, about to be 18.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were kids, man. It's a long time.
Wow, that's
beautiful.
amazing, man. It's really great, really great. We don't have a lot of that now.
Nah.
No,
So to find
Not at all.
that's really
she got
amazing.
lucky. It was before Tinder.
Oh my God.
Hey, Tinder, that's scary, but definitely an amazing thing. What is this love like? Like how did you know that you guys were gonna be together for as long as you are? What do you love the most about each other? How about that?
Makes a dime.
So how I knew, I guess, to answer your first question, we've gone through tribulations, trials, sweat,
That's
tears.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Um,
When you have a choice and you can make that choice and
Yeah.
you can say I can go on with my life and I can start over with someone else and
Yeah.
I can be free and do whatever I want,
Yeah.
or I can say that no, I choose her.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We chose each other over moving on.
That's really cool.
Because I mean, every relationship goes through some hard times.
Right.
It could, and everyone's scenarios are different, you
Yeah.
know. So we went through our scenarios, and we did break up
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Actually a couple points,
Yeah.
but ultimately we realized that we're just better together.
Right.
As opposed to
Right.
apart.
What do you love the most about each other?
I would say about Chris, he's got a kind heart.
Right.
I mean, in anything that he does, when he really sets his mind to something, he has good intentions. He has a good personality.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely the yin yang. Like,
Yeah.
I push him to his limits to places he doesn't want to go, and he's more that level, that mindset, that calm.
Yeah.
And he's a thinker, which is nice. I appreciate that, and he's just a good person.
Yeah. about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Unfortunately, that she's got a really big heart for the people that she cares about. You
Yeah.
know, if she cares about you, she's all in. You know what I mean? So that's definitely one thing that I love.
That's awesome, man. Let me spice it up just a little bit, right? It's the same question. It's just what annoys you the most about each other?
You first.
Me first?
Yep.
Well, one thing I will say that, has been something that I've had to deal with since the beginning is, in my opinion, I feel like she makes a lot of decisions, based off emotions, and
Yeah.
not really thinking it through.
Right.
Although sometimes those decisions could have great outcomes, they could have had really bad outcomes. And the way I think, you gotta look at all the options, and you gotta, weigh your options, and you gotta think things through methodically, not just,
Boom.
I want it, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
That's the way I think, and so that does kind of get on my nerves a little bit.
Okay.
But
Respect.
here we are, still together. 12 years.
Oh gosh. So what drives me, kind of irks me about Chris, I guess my pet peeve, I guess would be kind of what he was saying, but the opposite. So YOLO, you only have one life to live. So
That's true.
just go
That's
out there and
true.
do my friend said this, okay, why don't you try it and tell me how your experience was? Don't go off someone else, just do it.
Right.
Okay.
Years are just do it.
Okay.
So the years are going by. I mean, we're getting older, so I mean, we have to get the things done that we want to do. Like right now, before you settle down, before you have families. I mean, just do it, because once that happens,
There's no going back.
Yeah, your life is now not yours anymore. It's your child. So
Right.
it's just do it, because you're about to hit 30 this
I will be
year.
30 this year.
Wow.
I'm gonna be old as hell. But yeah, I mean, I think that's also what helps us be so good together, because we're kind of opposites in that aspect. I like to think things through. She's like, let's just do it. So a lot of the times we find happy mediums.
Right.
And,
Right.
and then we make it work eventually.
Yeah.
So
We can pass it over to you,
Well.
Shanini.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But we want to know, okay?
Yeah.
What is your favorite sex position?
I'm a virgin. So hi mom.
Yeah.
Hi mom.
Yo.
Crazy.
She's a nun, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, if I had to answer that, I think it's pretty easy. It's doggy style, 100%.
Yeah. 80 babies too, huh?
Yeah, I saw the episode.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like taking it back.
Yeah.
From 80s baby.
How about you, Heather?
I have to say, probably I'm pretty simple. I'd say missionary.
Missionary?
Okay.
Not bad. That's
it's
the
fine.
number one
She,
position.
she,
you go.
she likes the emotional connection and being like
Face
able
to
to
face.
kiss.
Yeah.
And, that's what.
That's
But being a dog,
That's
you
good.
know?
Being a dog. Being
Don't
a dog.
really.
All right. So my next question. What is one solid piece of advice that you would give to any young couple that is just beginning their relationship?
I would say kind of what really got us to where we are is our friendship before we got into a
Yeah,
relationship. I feel
wow.
like we had
Respect.
a really good, a very good relationship as friends first. Obviously, there was a physical connection, I believe. But I feel like that really helps. I mean, if you can talk to the person, tell them about your day, they can hear you out, you can be who you really want to be around them, then it's going to be a really good relationship. If you can't, then
Yeah.
I can't predict
Sayonara.
that.
Yeah. Definitely friendship. I do believe in that. Like,
Yeah.
If you have a really strong friendship, as before you get into a relationship, even if you don't, if you're just meeting that person, you're able to establish a median, like you said, and we can sit here for 2 hours and talk about nothing.
Yeah.
That's how you know, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
sometimes it just turns out that you're just best friends.
Yeah.
I've seen relationships start out as really good friends, and then they try to be in a relationship and it doesn't work,
doesn't work,
and they're just
yeah.
like, you know what, we're better off being friends,
Yeah.
right? But in your case, 12 years later, you're still going strong. So That's awesome. From my understanding is that you guys are not married, but you've been together 12 years.
Nope.
And we want to be able to just hear it from your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm married, so I can pitch in a little bit about how I see it from my perspective. And, Shandi, she's out here ready to mingle. You know what I'm saying? And we can hear it from her perspective, from being single, So which is just what we're able to, provide you guys from different perspectives, and it's just our opinions, right, and our experiences. So,
and feel free to comment too how you feel, what you think. So definitely,
for sure. So we're gonna definitely give you guys a platform. So this is a segue into commitment, right? So tell us a little bit how you feel about that. First of all, what you think commitment is, and how you want to break it down as far as what your relationship goes.
Well, it's kind of to go back to the question that you had asked. Is for me, it's a mindset. Like, you have to be able to say, this is what I want, and you have to make sure that everything that you do and everything that you say is benefiting or not benefiting, but like is helping you commit to this person or to this thing. It could be anything, really.
Right.
You could be committed to a diet. You could be committed to, your workout program.
Right.
You could be committed to your work.
Right.
It's a mindset of saying, I need to make this work. I need to do whatever it is I got to do to make this work.
Right.
And and I think it's really just a mindset. You got to say, this is what I want, and you got to have the willpower to continue to keep up that passion, that mindset.
Yeah. Because
we've been together for 12 years. It hasn't always been, peaches and cream.
Right.
And piñatas.
Right.
There was definitely rough patches in the beginning, but once we worked on each other to make sure that we work together, but also you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you are ready to be in that kind of a commitment.
Right.
And I think that's important for relationships. You gotta be ready for it. Yeah. And then you gotta do it. That's what I would say.
What do you think about that?
I agree with all the things that he said. You do have to, give a part of yourself. You have to love yourself before you can love someone else.
You do.
And if you can't, if you have issues within yourself, then I've seen it, people around me who are acquaintances or were friends, no longer friends, they didn't love themselves enough that they couldn't love others, and that not even in relationships, but in friendships. So they couldn't even hold friendships. So if you can't hold a friendship, you really think you're going to be able to hold a relationship?
No, that's I really agree with that, because a lot of times, you expect to get through seasons with somebody else, but how can you get through a season with someone else if you can't get through it by yourself?
Right.
So it's always good, and that's why sometimes our relationships don't work out, our friendships don't work out, and honestly, it's really like God's really trying to tug us and say, hey, get through. You need to learn how to get through this, so that when the next person comes into your life, not only can they be a blessing to you, but you can be a blessing to them.
Right.
And another thing with commitment, a lot of people think, like, I've been in relationships before where, unfortunately they'd be like, or a guy would just say, I don't feel like being committed. Commitment is not a feeling, it is an action.
Right.
So if you don't feel like being committed, then your mentality isn't there. You don't need to be in a relationship. You need to figure your life out, because commitment, again, it's an action, so you need to follow up behind it. There are going to be days where, and it's the same thing with love. When you're loving somebody, that's all action. It's not, I don't have butterflies in my stomach. There are going to be some days you wake up and the person that you love, the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, they look ugly to you that morning. You're just like, why am I with them? Right? And there are other days where you look at them and you just get lost in their eyes. But
Hey, I get that, to be honest with you. I'm going to speak from a married perspective, and to be honest with you, I kind of agree with Chris a little bit as far as like it being a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do does come with a mindset, whether it's positive or negative. Right? So me being married and me sharing my life with my wife, it's something that you gotta wake up in the morning and look forward to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not waking up in the morning like, hey, this person is gonna make me better today, then it's a really difficult thing to be committed to anyone, to anything, right? Just like Chris said, committed to working out, committed to a diet, if you don't think that diet is gonna help you lose
Yeah.
weight or help you gain weight,
Yeah.
then you won't do it,
Yeah.
right? Or you might start and then fall off,
Yeah.
right?
And that's another thing, you have to have patience.
Patience.
You gotta have a lot of patience. Because
Patience.
you start a diet,
Yeah,
it's not gonna work after 2 days.
Right.
You know, you
Right.
gotta stick with it. You gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Same with a relationship. You know,
Yeah.
every day is not gonna be the greatest, but if you're patient and you wait for it, eventually
It will
there's
come
gonna be
through.
light at the end of the tunnel. There's
Yeah.
gonna be results. It's
How
gonna
about
be
this? How about
positive.
this whole thing, man? About like commitment being you have to be married or you have to have children or you have to have, you know, what do you guys feel about that?
Well, we've obviously been asked that question a few times.
Yeah.
Too
and
many times.
When are you getting married?
Exactly.
When are you guys having a kid?
For me, it's I look at it as basically every relationship is different.
Right.
There are people that get married within 6 months.
Right.
There are people that get married after 20 years.
Right.
I mean, it's every relationship is different, and our relationship it's working right now. I think
Right.
it works great, and I do believe that we're taking steps towards the next level, towards the next goal in our life.
Yeah.
You know, we're discussing moving in together.
Right.
You know, whether it's this month, whether it's beginning of next year.
Right.
You know, we're taking strides, but no matter how fast or slow you're going, as long as you're making progress, I think that's what matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing. Their step could be different from your step. It could be
Right.
different from his step.
Right.
It could be different from my step.
Right.
So everyone's steps are different, and you have to make sure that you stop comparing. Like a lot of us will
Yeah.
be in a
Comparison, yeah.
relationship, we'll be in a friendship, or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden we're comparing the outside of another friendship,
Right.
and you can start to internalize it and take it out on your significant other
Other.
or your friend or whatever. Again, whoever they may be in your life, and you need to stop comparing. A lot of us, it's natural. A lot of us do compare, but that kills your joy.
Right.
Your story is different from the next person's story. So whatever step you are designed to take, that is the step you need to take.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, social media doesn't help because all you see is the positive, the happy, the
Yeah.
oh, my baby got me 100 roses.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna say, oh well, my boyfriend only got me 1 rose.
Rose. Right.
But then again, he's beating his girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
But you don't see that.
That's
Yeah.
very
You know?
powerful.
That's
Yeah.
It's you only see what they decide to show you. You don't know
What's
what
going
happens
on behind the scenes. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it
sure.
could look like the greatest relationship in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
But it could be really toxic.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that really it doesn't help when you compare your relationship, your friendship, whatever it might be, to someone else's because everyone's is different.
Facts. And please look, if you are in a toxic relationship and you know, if you wake up in the morning and you dread like the situation that you're in, you need to walk away. It's not hard. It's not difficult to, well, it is going to be hard. It is going to be difficult. But at the same time, like, it's not hard to realize that you aren't happy. Like, look at the things. If you wake up and there's no joy in the morning, if you wake up and it's like, if somebody's putting their hands on you, and I was in an abusive relationship before, so I can speak on it, but
Right.
you deserve everything that the world has for you, everything that God has for you. You don't have to tolerate it, right? It's
Right.
not going to be easy stepping away from something so toxic, but it's gonna be worth it
In the long run.
in the long run.
Yeah.
It's going to come with the process of healing. It's going to come with the process of overthinking. Sometimes it's going to come with the process of stressing out for little things. But as you separate and as you begin to love yourself and indulge in the things that make you happy, you're going to turn into, you're going to boss up.
Well, you're gonna find yourself. I think those are the words
Yeah.
you're looking for. You're gonna find yourself, and just bringing it back from the beginning that if you don't love yourself and you can't take care of yourself, you can't love somebody else and take care of somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a huge part of commitment. Huge, right? We seem to, like you said before, we seem to constantly feel like social media is doing this is doing that, this person is doing that. We forget about ourselves. We forget about taking care of who we are and to be able to help take care of somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the platform a little bit to Heather, see what Heather got to say about this whole commitment thing. Because I've had conversations with you before outside of this, right?
Yeah.
And you've definitely opened up to me as far as like what your view of commitment is, and you know how women have biological clocks and all types of things like that. So I want to be able to hear that from you, you know what I'm saying? Just so you can be able to get somebody else to understand what's going on.
Yeah, so I mean, commitment-wise, I mean, it like they were saying earlier, 6 months, people are married. A year, people are married. That's too fast. I mean, I definitely agree. You need to like get to know the person on a lot of deeper levels. I mean, I still think living together, you need to find out who they really are, because you just can't put two people in a space and it be magic and it work. It's just not that simple. But
I mean, that's really the new way of doing things.
Yeah.
The old way was you get married, then you move in, and you just, that's it.
Deal.
You
Yeah.
just deal.
And there are some people that still like
And there's nothing-
value those, so it's nothing wrong either. It's
a
just it's
different-
how
it's a
you,
different
it's your
mindset.
perspective.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
different mindset. It's a new day and age now.
yeah, and then of course culturally you get a lot of pressure. We get pressure from strangers. We get pressure from mutual friends. We get pressure from family.
Family,
Like
yeah.
I avoid weddings like the plague. I don't want to catch any more bouquets. I don't want to go. Like I just don't want to deal because
Right.
you know you get cornered. And then what do you say? Like
You
I
say
don't know.
what you want to say. Like
Yeah.
you're not lying to them.
no, but it does get frustrating because then they say like, so what's taking so long? So what's the problem? What's going on? And it's just
Yeah.
like it's not.
But
the
there are
problem.
no problems.
Right.
So it just it's off-putting, you know.
It's off-putting, but you're not there. It's not your wedding.
Right.
It's not. You're not there to steal the attention away.
Right.
You're there to celebrate someone else's, marriage.
Yeah.
So I normally just I speak the truth. I just say,
Right.
it's something we're working towards, but right now we're not married.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's ultimately the goal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming on and speaking about that because I'll tell you this. I got some information from one of my friends after just hearing you guys speak,
Uh-huh.
and it was able to change his relationship, right? He was with his a girlfriend, and they had 2 kids.
Yeah.
And he had contacted me after we spoke, and he was like, bro, after hearing them speak, I was able to rekindle everything with my girlfriend. I'm living with her now, and I have 2 kids, amazing kids that I'm with now, and that was able to bring a family together,
That's crazy.
right?
I mean, that's awesome.
That's
But that's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We were just here chatting. We're just
We're
talking.
just here
with
talking,
friends.
right?
We're drinking wine.
Right.
Like we're just chilling.
Right.
But if that can actually make a difference in someone's relationship or their life,
Their lives.
wow.
I mean, think about those kids. Now they get to grow up with a dad and a mom. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that struggle with that. Not having
Yeah.
a father figure or a mother figure in their lives to be able to teach them, how life goes, and we all know how that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but we both come from divorce,
Right,
So
right.
I think that also kind of factors into our story, maybe
Right.
why we haven't jumped into marriage,
Right.
I'm
because
scared. I'm
we've
scared.
seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it not go well.
Right.
So
Right.
when you see it not go well, you might be a little hesitant to jump
Right.
into it. And
Right.
I think that really is something that factors into our story.
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone's story, but
Your story.
we both share that, and and we have that in common.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely see a lot of love. I mean, I've known
Yeah.
you guys for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Almost as long as how long you guys have
Pretty
been in a
much.
relationship. Yeah. And there's definitely a lot of love, and I really commend you guys on what you guys are doing. My personal opinion on that is just that as long as you love each other, as long as you can take care of each other, as long as you understand that no matter what, this person is always gonna have my back.
Yeah.
You could choose to get married, you can choose to be single, to stay, not married, but as long as you're in love and you can protect each other, that's what matters.
Cut the outside noise out.
Yeah, cut that out.
It's not about anyone who they don't have authority. They're not an authorized voice
Yeah.
into your chapter, into your story. So
Right.
cut it off. Focus on you two.
Right.
But you guys are amazing.
Right. So here's
Thanks.
It's an honor to see people still stay, even you and Kathy still
Yeah.
stay so long with each other, and stay committed and in that relationship, and it's a beautiful thing. And that honestly, like, I feel like that gives me hope,
Right.
and I know that gives hope to other people too, because sometimes, like, we live in a world where if something breaks, we don't want to fix it, we buy something else. If our
It's
pants,
so easy.
if a shirt
So
has a
easy.
hole in it, we throw it away. No,
Right.
my grandmother taught me how to sew. You need to learn how to fix certain things.
Right.
Certain articles of clothing are not worth throwing away.
Right.
You got to make make sure that you cater it. You got to make sure you find the right materials, the right things to fix it and to hem that part that's there. So, and it's the same concept in a relationship, you know?
Because there's a big difference between, like I said earlier, you can choose to just break off and
move on.
do your own thing, because it's so easy these days to, you could literally break up and find a date that night.
Right.
Yeah.
You could literally download an app, go online, just internet in general, you could literally find a date for that evening.
Yeah.
You know, so you could literally have a whole new person with you within 24 hours. But, you know, or you can choose to do what's better for you in the long run, which is, you know, hash out whatever is the issue, and just that helps grow your bond.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're gonna find an issue with everybody.
Yeah.
There's no one that's 100%. Everybody's lacking something, so it's whether you want to put up with it or not. And
there's no relationship.
there's none.
That's gonna be peaches and cream, like Chris said.
Even a relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
There are still things that even like I wake up and I'll be like, God, show me
We all
myself
have
today. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, why do I do this? Why do I talk like this?
Right.
So if you even deal with that with your own self, you're gonna deal with it with somebody else.
Yeah. It's funny. I was about to make this reference, but it's so funny. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce made Lemonade. That was funny. That was funny to me. But you know, they were held on this pedestal as being like,
It was.
you know,
And they fixed it.
Yeah.
They fixed it.
But they were held on this pedestal where it's like they couldn't go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it was Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Beyonce. If Beyonce got
So you can't, and I'm not
Right.
saying that because they are like, you know, public figures, but I'm just saying that as far as like you thinking that
Someone you put on that pedestal,
exactly,
like you said.
you know, so you
Beyonce,
thinking
Queen Bee.
right, Queen Bee, and you know, and something like that happening, you know, there's just tons of are listening for the people that are tuning in. Like we said in the beginning, the most important thing that we want to advocate on this show is loving yourself, loving everybody, treating people the way you feel like you need to be treated, and that's just it. I feel like if everybody was able to treat each other the way they want to be treated, I think we wouldn't have no issues.
Yeah.
Right. So
Facts.
I do want to thank you guys again.
Thank you
for coming
guys.
to the show.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
guys
having
so much. You can definitely follow us again on Instagram. You can follow me at Botfit. It's _BOD_FIT. You can follow our new page at After 9. I think it's
After dot 9 underscore. Again,
Perfect.
that's after dot 9 underscore.
Right.
It's
And
better than the 11 underscore.
right. And where can they find you again, Sean?
C_TENPENNIES. C_10 pennies.
Right. 10 pennies always
Makes the dime.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
great day. Actually, one more thing. Subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe. Right.
Subscribe,
Follow us on
like
Instagram
button.
and hit the like button, guys. If there's anything you want us to
Share
talk
it.
about, comment on below.
Right.
Comment below. Comment below.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
we'll see you guys next time. Love you.
Bye.
Bow. That's a wrap.